grab a seat, a bite to eat, and settle right in. For hugs, snuggles, stories, and more, and so many sweet things in store. Welcome to Afternoons with Mimi.
Hi, Mimi.
Hi, kiddo. What's on the agenda for today?
I want to play cars.
Yes, of course. I'll get the big bin of cars out from the storage bench.
Thanks, Mimi. I don't like to play cars at home anymore.
Oh, why is that?
Our playroom is so small. It doesn't feel fun in there.
Well, I'm sure it would feel bigger if you put a few of your toys in there away.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's my toys. It's just such a too small playroom.
You know, lots of kids don't even have a separate playroom at home. You're pretty lucky.
I guess. But then some people have really, really big ones. Remember Liam, my friend from down the street? His whole basement is a giant playroom. It's so cool.
That does sound cool. But I also like your special little room. It's just yours and Z's special space.
Anyway, ready to play?
You bet.
Can we go on the porch where there's so much room?
Oh, not today, kiddo. It's a little chilly out, and I'm holding on to something for Ms. Jen back there. We can play right here. Or we can play on the kitchen table while we eat our snack.
I guess that would be okay. Can we have snack first before you tell me a story?
I would love that. Yes, we can. I have some dates and tahini, one of your favorites. And over here, a care package from Uncle Joel.
From Israel?
Indeed. And it looks like he sent you some snacks. And I see halva, chocolate, some bamba. Ooh, even, what's this? A jar of charoset. It's a little early for that, but we'll save it for a special day.
Mimi, there's so many things on the table now. There's barely any room for my cars.
Well, let's eat first, and I'll tell you the story. Then we can clear the table to play. Deal?
Deal. Date, please.
Once upon a time...
A long time ago.
Exactly. In a faraway land.
Called Planet Transylvania.
Okay, we'll go with that. Here, take a bite. All right, so way out on planet Transylvania, there was a man with a beautiful house. 3 floors, shining white walls, a library, a big kitchen.
A playroom?
Sure, a playroom too. But the man wasn't satisfied. He didn't care about his beautiful house or his amazing family that lived there with him. Even with his parents, his best friend, a robot butler, and his niece and nephew in the house, he still had tons of room. He even hosted guests regularly. But he wanted more. Lord Mirage up on the hill has 5 floors in his house and a solarium. How am I supposed to get along without a solarium?
Mimi? What's a solarium?
A fancy room with glass walls to let in sunlight, I think.
Oh. So, he had a big house, but he wanted a sunroom?
Yes, he wanted a house just as big as his friend up the hill. Every day the man huffed and puffed and grumbled about how much he wanted a bigger home. He wouldn't play with his dogs or eat breakfast with the other people who lived in the house. He just stewed over how much he wanted a big house with 5 floors. He needed a plan. He went to see the rabbi, who always had good advice. So, said the rabbi, you feel like your house isn't grand enough, is that it? Yes, the man replied. I will never be happy until I have as much space as Mirage does up the hill. Okay, said the rabbi. I know exactly what to do. Oh, please, said the man, I will do anything to earn that big, huge house. To start, said the rabbi, bring all of your plants and garden furniture inside and stack them in the living room. The man did that and returned to the rabbi. Great, said the rabbi. Now, for the next step. Bring your horse from the stable and take all of the bikes out of the garage. Bring all of them inside the house, too. The man tried to argue, but the rabbi insisted that he trust the process. Over the next few weeks, the rabbi had the man bring all of the neighborhood dogs inside, plus all of the extra supplies that couldn't fit in the synagogue's storage room, plus all of Mrs. McMorris's furniture. Her floors were being redone. Plus all of the basketballs from the JCC.
Mimi? All the basketballs? This story is crazy.
My house feels so crowded right now, I can barely think. I can't even see out the kitchen window when I take my morning coffee, the man complained to the rabbi. We're almost there, said the rabbi. Trust the process. And he sent the man away along with 7 massive crates from the museum's overflow storage.
Wait, what? He has no room now.
Do you want to know what happened?
Yes. Where did the man even sleep with all that stuff?
Oh, I imagine he slept on top of the crates or with the dogs.
So what happened next?
The next week, the rabbi stopped by with a few volunteers. The man watched as all of the basketballs were loaded up and sent back to the JCC. The extra supplies got packed up in a big truck along with Mrs. McMorris's furniture and sent where they needed to go. The bikes were moved back to the garage. The rescue picked up all of the neighborhood animals and set them up with forever homes. Finally, the man brought all of his plants and garden items back outside. He stepped back into his house and took a deep breath. Oh, Rabbi, he said, have you ever noticed how much space I have in here? It's absolutely huge. Do you still feel like your home is too small? Not at all, the man said, spinning around with his arms stretched wide. Look at all of the room I have now. It wasn't a change of space you needed, said the rabbi, just a change in perspective. From that day forward, the man enjoyed his home. The end. There. That should give us enough space to play cars while we finish snack.
So, Mimi, are you telling me that it wouldn't be better to have a giant playroom like my friend Liam does?
Well, honey, think of it this way. It's okay to want things like ice cream on a hot day, a nice gift for our birthday, or a special place to play, but we should also take time to be grateful for what we already have. Like you and me, and these beautiful snacks, and this little table to play cars on together.
I guess it's like you said. Lots of kids don't even have a playroom in their house. But Zee and I have a space that's just ours. No grown-ups allowed.
And won't it feel huge after playing with me on this little table today? Oh, watch out. Traffic jam.
I guess so. And Mimi?
Yes, my heart.
I'm still having fun playing cars with you. I didn't even think about how much space we had, or that the table was small.
And that's the lesson right there, honey. It's being happy with what you have. Noticing the good. What's here. What you have. Delicious snacks, a grown-up who loves you, and a warm place to play. Rather than what you might be missing but not need.
I get it. Oh, Mimi?
Yes?
I think Maura J told me that story too. But in that one, they were on the moon, and there were space rocks and silly mustaches.
Well, it's a very old story. I'm sure you'll have your own special version to tell one day. Maybe even to baby Z. Now, beep beep, big truck coming through. Pirkei Avot, Ethics of the Ancestors, an ancient collection of rabbinic sayings, says, who is rich? Those who are content with what they have. In Mimi's story today, a man pines after his neighbor's big house. He feels that his also roomy house is cramped and chaotic. In the end, the rabbi shows the man that he doesn't need a new house. He just needs a new perspective, a change on the inside, not the outside. Once the man can adjust his attitude, boom, he's no longer grumpy. He's rather happy with the space he has, just like Kiddo is with his cars on Mimi's kitchen table.